Welcome to the Courageous Court podcast, where we are here to tell you all the tea. Be sure to have all snacks and drinks aside because this will be very lengthy. And also, none of this is meant to offend anyone. This is just here to help you be the very best you. So don't take any commentary here to heart. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel where I courageously talk about my rants, my advice, my tips, all things courageous about what goes on in my mind. If y'all have not been here before and you're interested in any future commentary or just whatever I do in my life, be sure to stay along and join the Courageous Tribe by subscribing, liking the video, and commenting, just letting me know how you're feeling about this and we can stay through this thing together. Now, I had to make this video a little bit different because I like the voiceovers. Don't get me wrong, I love the voiceovers, but it's lonely when you're talking to yourself, and at some point it just gets annoying when you just be hearing yourself talk for so long. So I was like, look, let me get someone to join me so we can talk together and I can actually stop hearing myself speak for so much forever. So I got the lovely Alana Melissa, which is another amazing YouTuber, with me right now, and we're going to discuss some interesting topics. So let's get this thing started. Alana, introduce yourself.
All right. Hi, guys. So my name is Alana Melissa. I post makeup and lifestyle videos on YouTube. You guys can also find me on Instagram at Alana Melissa and TikTok at Alana Melissa with an extra A on the end because somebody stole my name.
We don't like that. We don't mess with that. But yeah, y'all, look, definitely subscribe to their channel. They also post some amazing commentary while they show all their makeup looks, and you get to see all things just good and, just interesting topics. So definitely check out their channel. Links will be in the description below. But what I noticed is usually on Facebook, and Alana can attest to this too, she can definitely get her experience about this. Mm-hmm. But I always see on Facebook, if it's either someone that's like starting their new business, or they're like a new artist and they're trying to put their artwork out, or they're a content creator, I probably would see this about 5 times a day from different people, basically shaming, guilting, or straight up getting angry at their following for not supporting their crafts, their business, or pretty much anything that will help them become successful in whatever they're doing. And for me personally, it's like one thing when, once in a while you're venting just about like the stress of not seeing your crafts or your dreams get to the place where you want it to be at. But it's another thing when you're talking and ranting about it every 10 minutes. And for me personally, I just feel like it's the entitlement for me. It's the entitlement. And I think Alana can definitely add on to that. Maybe she can give a bit more clarity on what I'm talking about with that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So I was telling Courtney earlier before we started recording this that I was definitely one of those people that would be like, why y'all don't support me? Blah, 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 blah. And it's like, they're not on your friends list for that at all. Like, I had a friend come into my DMs and he was like, your friends are not your audience. They're not your target audience, and you have to be okay with that. So it's definitely a learning curve. And I feel like I get it. I get that people want their friends and family to go like their stuff, support their stuff, especially because I'm that friend that will go and like and share and support. But if they don't do it, like, you can't guilt them or gaslight them into watching your videos. They're either going to do it or they're not. And you have to be okay with that.
And look, and I definitely agree with that. And I think about this from like a YouTuber perspective too. If anything, in my personal opinion, I would not want the people that don't really mess with my content like that to even subscribe to my channel in the first place, because they're going to be the main few people that are going to be messing up my algorithm because they only be watching like 1 minute of that video, and that video is 12 minutes long.
Well, why did you even click on it then?
Look, that's what I'm saying. But I want to be a little bit extra, so I had to go search the definition of entitlement, because I feel like so many people don't understand the meaning behind it. They don't realize what they're doing or saying is a form of entitlement. So we're just going to read a definition here for y'all. So, entitlement, according to Google, they say the fact of having a right to do something. It can also be considered as the amount of which someone feels they have a right to it. So that is what they describe as the definition of entitlement. And I basically see this often where people just feel entitled to hit 1 million subscribers in a month, or they feel entitled to make a sale of over $1,000 in a month within them starting, or they feel entitled for someone to pay $100 for their art, yet they haven't really been pushing their art out there in the first place, and their art's not really at $100 value. But they feel entitled that they deserve that spot, that they have a right to that success. And it's one thing to have that drive and ambition to use that as your way to continue to push through and keep putting your content and stuff out there. But it's another thing to demand on like any social media and stuff that people must support or must put money into your business. They are demanded, they are obligated. These people are not obligated or entitled to put any type of support into your business, especially if it's not at 100. And I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Y'all not gonna like me for this, but half of the time your stuff is not at 100, and people are afraid to accept that it is not at 100.
Oh gosh.
Y'all may have your friends that are gonna be blinded to you and tell you, oh, everything is Gucci, everything is good. But I'm gonna be that friend for you, that real friend, and tell you that your stuff may not be at 100.
Yeah, but those are the friends that you need, though. Like, I don't like friends that'll just be like, oh, I see you online, like you see me posting, but you don't click anything. You don't have any constructive feedback. Like, the friends that I hold dear to the most are the ones that will be like, yo, I've literally seen the growth. Like, I had a friend text me last year and she was like, I can tell you bought a new camera. I can tell you got a new sound system. Like, that's what I appreciate the most. Tell me when I'm improving, or tell me what I need. Like, don't let me be out here with like intense shadows behind me, my room light hanging above. Like, don't let me be out here looking like this.
Oh no, 100%. And I think, and Mila, maybe this could be the Virgo in me, maybe. But I am very much someone where I literally strive off of like concrete criticism that's gonna help me improve my craft. Literally, all I do is ask for feedback, advice, tips, like regardless. And and it frustrates me when people are just like, oh no, it's just good, and it's just like, no, I need you to tell me where I need to work on.
If you didn't know me, would you click on it? Like, that's
exactly.
Like, if we were not friends, would you still watch me?
Exactly. And that's the type of feedback I'm trying to get. I'm not trying to get the bias like, oh yes, girl, do you, girl, we support. No, I don't want that. I want to know, and I'm speaking as like the YouTuber, because we're both YouTubers, so I'm speaking on the basis of that. I want you to tell me, if I was a rando on the internet and you saw my thumbnail, would you click on my video, or would you think that my thumbnail is garbage and you would not click on it? Like, I want you to tell me that right now. And I'm gonna give a shout out to my friend Shanice. And I know you watching it because you've been literally loving my video content out there. But literally every time I post a video, she always gives me like a 2-minute feedback via voice note on my phone, like immediately after, telling me what she's like, what she sees an improvement. Like, literally with my latest video, she's like, oh yes, I can tell that those cuts were crisp in your voiceovers.
So sweet.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Look, and she's the one that's gonna help me. Like, when I hit that 1,000, I'm probably gonna just be like, shout out to Shani. Shout out to her for letting me get there.
All my friends are like, y'all need to step up. She got a voice note. Y'all need to step up.
Look, I love you, Shanice. I appreciate that. But like, yes, like that's exactly that. Then I feel like a lot of people, and I see this on all forms of social media, they take critique, like professional critique that's going to help them improve their business, as a personal attack. And I see that very often with not even just the online world. I see this in the in-person world too. Like as someone that's like a part of like nonprofit organizations, oftentimes we're holding events, we're holding fundraisers. We have to create flyers for the fundraisers and stuff. And I would just notice, and look, sensitive people aren't only the young folks. Older people get very sensitive
Oh
too
god,
about
girl.
their stuff.
Older people are more sensitive than younger people. Like absolutely, like you work one day in retail, and the older people, y'all got work to do, man. Don't let your age fool you. Y'all got work to do. Like I don't want to say y'all suck, but y'all be sucking sometimes.
For real. And that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of people, they just take it to heart and stuff, and it's like, no, I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to give you concrete on what you should do to improve that. And that's why for me personally, I get very wary of even giving advice to people and stuff when they ask for it, because a lot of times when people are asking for advice, they're not looking for advice that's generally gonna be truthful and help them. They're looking for the advice that's very like saturated and very like walking on eggshells and very like, yeah, no, you're doing everything correct. Yeah, you're definitely doing right.
I hate that shit.
Like, no, that's not gonna help you. Like all that like fake stuff, that's not gonna help you improve. That's not gonna help you grow.
I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but like when I'm posting on Instagram and I use certain hashtags, I will attract the people who are online for the wrong reasons. Like people who will be like, "Hey, do you want to sub for sub? Or you want to follow for follow?" And like, I actually go look at their page because I'm like, first of all, no. But second of all, like, if you did sub, are you going to engage? And like, I'll go on their page and like their videos, no offense to them, but will be really trash. Like, you'll be in like this super dim lighting. You will be going off on tangents that have nothing to do with the video. And I'm like, you're just here for numbers. And I'm here because like I want actual organic engagement. Like, I don't want people on my page who are not going to engage. Like,
oh no,
what I'm talking about.
No, I definitely got that. Like, plenty of times, those people that be in the comments saying like, "Oh, comment on my post and I'll comment on yours," and it's just like the sub for subs. First off, like plenty of big time YouTubers literally tell you guys that that is not going to help you grow your channel because there's a very unorganic. Yes, it does hurt. And it's like, it's very like, it's not realistic because it's like you're getting people on and just sub for you. You don't even know if they even like the content you're putting out there in the first place. So if someone is into makeup and you're telling them to sub for sub and you're like a freaking Minecraft gaming channel, they're not going to watch your content unless you're doing makeup while you're playing Minecraft, then maybe they'll watch it. But like if they're into makeup and you're telling them to sub to your gaming content, then they're not going to watch your videos like that. You don't want the people to sub for you just so you can say you got 1K subs, because look, 1K and it's gonna get you like monetized, yes, but those 4,000 views are still important. You got to get those views to get that monetization.
And I see it too because they'll have like 1,000 subs but their videos will have 50 views, and it's like, baby girl, something isn't adding up. Like you're not hitting the chord that your viewers are on. You're just not. I see it on Instagram too. How do you have like 14,000 followers, but your posts get maybe 100 likes? Did you buy your followers? Explain.
So like, look, I agree. And it's like, they do this so often where they just mass follow a whole bunch of people because, you know, people, of course, they're going to follow. A lot of times people are going to follow back just so they can get their like numbers of like, oh, 5,000 followers and stuff, and they just immediately just unfollow just so that they can say the clout, oh, I have 5,000 followers. And it's just like, one of my friends commented like, yeah, you got 10K but you got like 50 likes and comments, so where's the engagement? These brands are not going to come to you.
And the algorithm is catching up to the people who do stuff like that. Like, I check my insights all the time. I notice when I get more engagement, they will push. Like, my friend texted me today and it is a man completely out of my niche. And he was like, I was on the explore page and I saw your reel. And I was like, oh, look at that.
I also saw it.
Yeah, stop it.
I also saw it too. I was like, okay, I see you. See you with your reel. But look, that's the point exactly. And I feel like so many people, they're like so like adamant on just taking all of these little shortcuts and gateways to get to success. But it's like we see this all the time. None of these shortcuts are gonna get you to where you want to be.
No.
And that's and whatever you're doing. That's if you're trying to start a business, if you're joining, even if you're joining those like direct sales MLM things, you can't just get around by doing shortcuts. You still gotta work around. You still gotta work yourself around those MLMs too. Like pretty much everything. Notice that the ones that do well, they're not trying to take shortcuts. Even in that either, they're literally fighting. They're pushing their stuff for like a good while. They're finding out what works for them, what doesn't work for them, and that's eventually how they get to the point that they're successful. And it's like, yeah, sometimes you get scammed, but also at the same time it's like, but is it that you're just not putting in 100? Because it comes to the point that you keep saying, oh, I got scammed, or oh, my algorithm's not working, Facebook shadow banned me, Instagram shadow banned me, TikTok shadow banned me. Maybe it may not be shadow banned, it may just be that your content is not there.
Right.
Sometimes you just gotta accept that.
I absolutely agree. I see this happen a lot with makeup because I've been working around makeup for so long, and people will ask me like, okay, how come my makeup doesn't come out like yours? And I'll be like, well, you might be applying your eyeshadow wrong, or you might be, not blending correctly, and they'll actually get upset. And I'm like, I'm starting to think that people genuinely cannot take criticism now. I don't know if it's because of like the climate of the world or just changing technology, but it seems like everyone has it in their mind that they're already at the top of their game. And it's like, what have you actually done to validate that? What have you done?
Look, I 100% agree because, and that's what that bothers me possibly the most, when people ask you what you do to grow your business or what you do to style, and then once you give them critique, now all of a sudden it's like, I didn't want that, I want to know how you did it. But it's like, but do you really know how you to do it, or are you just trying to find shortcuts to get to that point?
Right.
And like, I just keep going back to that,
and it's just unrealistic to me. Like, when I started to actually like really focus on my channel, a lot of people were like, oh, well, you could do what Alyssa Ashley did. And I'm like, there's only one Alyssa Ashley. Like, we're not all going to have like a 300,000 subscriber jump in 1 year. That's what she did. And that's how she got so popular, because she caught her clout very fast. And it's like, she already had like professional equipment, was already living in like these LA apartments. Like, sis, I live in one of the outer boroughs in New York City. Like, please stop. Okay, it's cold out.
Right. We can't all have our come look into my penthouse tour videos.
Like, I wasn't around other YouTubers. Like, no offense to her, because I think she's an amazing YouTuber, amazing content creator, but she was already in close proximity to other bigger creators. Like,
isn't she like into photography too? So she already pretty much had the equipment,
and probably had some type of base platform, like, I was doing everything from zero. Like, nobody online knew who I was. I never had a large social media presence. Like, one day I was just like, you know what? I'm going to start recording myself. And that's it.
And look, and that's what a lot of people don't realize. Like, and that's why I say before that, like, those like things of like those people who like blow up overnight, they are not blowing up out of thin air with no experience. They are blowing up because they already know the techniques of what to do to get their channel booming. They already got the nice camera, they already got the sleek editing, they already got the like interesting, cool personality, and that's just how it is. They just already had that, and that's how they were able to blow up overnight. So no, it's not like a random like spur of the moment, like, oh, I just randomly got 100,000 subscribers. No, it's because they already knew what they need to do,
right? And it's also like,
to help the algorithm.
Don't pay attention to the journey that they took. Like, I have no idea how long Alyssa Ashley was actually working on her stuff. I have no idea.
Exactly.
So just saw the night where it hit, but I don't know all the work that went behind that, and I'm sure she works hard. Like, when I watch her videos, I could tell she takes her stuff very seriously. I don't know how long that took.
And look, I say the same exact thing too. Like, I made a whole post about like legit about this whole process of like people feeling entitled and people like attacking or getting very jealous about people who blow up out of nowhere or gain a following out of nowhere. And it's just like, you don't know how long they worked their following and stuff. Like, I'm gonna give a good example. My lovely friend, like Isabel,
Mm-hmm.
like
Dollhouse?
she has like,
Mm-hmm.
yes. So the Dollhouse Barbie, which she's also on YouTube too, y'all. So you can definitely
We
check her
love
out
her.
too. And she, yes, literally standard. She is like the Barbie dream for like all black kawaii girls, legit. And it's just like she has about like 30K following on Instagram and stuff. So she's like pretty relatively known on her Instagram page. And it's like, I would just like see certain people like give her attitude, or they do like they make like the shady posts on Facebook or Instagram, just like, oh, I don't understand why people keep only supporting these big time people. They don't want to support me and stuff like that. And I'm gonna admit, like, look, I even said it once too. When I first started off with my crafts, I even did the whole like, oh, why y'all only want to support them and not me, and this and that, or they just had it easy and stuff. And it's just like, no. And I'm speaking based off of what I've seen from Isabel. Like, Isabel has worked her socials for years, and you can literally see that. You can just see that just from like the progression of her photos from the beginning when she first started uploading, and then how it is now. She has been working that for years, and that's how she got to that
Yeah,
point. So it's just like, just because you don't visibly see it on the screen, them growing through their awkward stages, doesn't mean they didn't go through that.
exactly.
Not everyone
I
documents
really
it.
admire, like, she really fine tuned her niche, and she really was like, listen, this is what I like. You either like it or get gone. Like, I appreciate that, because I'd rather her be specific about what she likes to post than try to please everybody. You cannot please everybody. That, and again, that's why you should stop asking your friends to support you, because they're they have all these different interests. You're posting about one topic. Your friend could like fishing and shopping at Bass Pro Shops, and you out here talking about dolls pill. Like, you are
Mm-hmm.
not the same. That's okay though.
Exactly. And that's the other thing too. And I feel like that's like a lot of things that people just don't forget. Like, I'm sorry, but not everyone, and I say this too, I'm speaking as someone that's a jewelry owner. Not everyone is that crazy about jewelry. And not everyone is for like the affordable jewelry. Like, as much as I would say like, oh, how affordable my jewelry is, how it's $5 and how it's like nice quality, at the end of the day, people are gonna choose where they're gonna
Mm-hmm.
shop. They will always put their money where they want to put it. They're gonna always put it at the more expensive price of your brand if that's what they were already purchasing at before. So it's like, you cannot expect these people, like, don't expect your friends or your people to support your brand, support your business, or support your artwork if you know that the stuff that they like is not what you do. And I think once you begin to accept that and you acknowledge that they are not your main audience, and this is what my aunt told me, which is really important. And she basically said, your supporters are going to be the strangers that you find on social media. It is not going to be your families and friends. It is going to be the randos that just accidentally fall up on your Facebook page for like jewelry stuff. That's what I'm saying, Facebook or your YouTube. And that's going to be the people that's going to ride for you.
Yeah, 100%. It's just like when you graduate high school and you go to college, right? You notice how your friend group changes. And it's not that you lose the friends from high school, but you guys have such different interests. When you get to college and you start to actually
Mm-hmm.
like get into your major, like your major program, you start making friends exclusively in that major, like, and that's your niche. Like, most of my friends from
Mm-hmm.
college have degrees that are similar to mine, whereas it's either like film or acting or broadcasting. My degree is in television. So all of my friends from college work around creating content in general. It's going to be the same
Mm-hmm.
thing
And look,
online. Like, you're going to gain people who are into what you're doing. That's just the natural law of things.
and agree 100%. And I feel like people just get so afraid of like just sticking to what they love and just pursuing what they love because they're just like, oh, it's not gonna get the reach of people. And let me just tell you this: if there's one thing I learned from the latest app with TikTok, there is a community for everyone.
Literally
everyone.
Why do I follow a
you
girl
like pens?
who makes lace? Like she makes lace, and I'm like, I'm so interested.
Look, don't even ask me why I follow people that makes pretty teas. All they do is record themselves making teas. Yep. Look, there's a community for everyone.
Rug makers, like rug making TikTok is like
yes. Oh my God.
I really want a rug done for no reason.
Same. That's legit all I be watching. So like that just goes to tell you that there is literally a community for whatever you're interested in. So don't try to take shortcuts by trying to copy a bigger creator and do what they're doing, because I see some people, I ain't gonna say names, but I see people try to copy my post styles on Facebook to try to get the same reach. Call out. And that's not gonna help you grow. It's not, because eventually people are gonna see that you're copying, and they're not gonna want to support someone that just copies what everyone else is doing. They want to support people that are doing their own thing. Yeah. And I feel like so many people just forget that.
That struck a chord. I know somebody's sitting there watching like, ooh, like flipping their table like, how dare she?
For real, look. If there's one thing I said, I told my Facebook fan, for those who are watching from my Facebook crew, I told y'all that I was gonna be talking my full opinions. You may not like it, but it's gonna help you. Mm-hmm. So y'all might want to listen.
It will be okay. They be alright.
But yeah, like I like definitely agree though with everything you said so far, and I just think that once people like begin to feel comfortable with receiving critique and stuff, they're gonna blossom so much. And that's why like I really like, and I'm someone that really cares and wants to see the people in my community win and do well. So I just love when they finally just come to terms with the fact like, okay, no, I need to really push and change things around. And then just seeing them finally grow after they like upgrade and fix their stuff, it just makes me so happy with that. And I'm just like, yes, yeah, we love that we stand for that. And I just feel like it's so important to just like make sure that you're being you, you're doing what you want to do, and you're just allowing yourself to continue growing so that you can actually get to that point.
I agree 100%. Like I have friends that they haven't been on YouTube as long as I have, but their growth might be a little faster than me. I'm still happy for them no matter what. Like I be texting them like, I see you hitting them numbers. Like that's just the kind of person that I am. Like if you're in my circle and you're winning, then I feel like I'm winning too. That's it.
Agree. That's how I feel. But we're not even gonna talk about those that like legit get upset about that. And I kind of talked about that in my previous podcast for like talking about toxic friends and how to figure out when someone's actually not your friend.
Ooh, I love that.
And I see it too often.
If y'all haven't seen it, go watch it. You're gonna be sitting there like, oh, I know a girl. I know a girl.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I even said that throughout the recording. Like, ooh, it's making me having flashbacks.
No, you don't understand. I normally play your videos while I'm like washing dishes, because like I find your voice really calming. So I just put it on a dish rack. Literally, I'm washing dishes and I'm like, yes, no, that ish is toxic.
Yo, that's legit me watching your videos too. I'm just like, yes, I agree. And you see my comments too. I be commenting every single video. I'm like, yes, this point. But it's like so many people get afraid to like do that and show support because they get jealous of the fact that someone is doing better. And that's not going to help them, because usually when you don't allow yourself to get jealous and so stuck up on the fact that someone's ahead of you, majority of the times they legit have no problem giving you tips and guidance on what helped
Exactly.
them. Like, you don't know
No.
how many people I hit up behind the scenes with advice and stuff, and they be letting me know, and then it's like suddenly my content just like hits a 10 out of nowhere. And it's because I'm asking these people. I'm not getting angry. I'm not like, ooh, that stupid girl, like she's getting all the views and I'm getting nothing. Like,
Right. Like
no, I'm asking
people
this.
act like people on YouTube can't watch more than one video in a night. Like, sis, you're gonna be okay. If that person has 1,000 views and you only have 200, you're gonna be all right. Like, it's fine. Like, none of us are even getting paid yet, by the way. So it's like, you'll be okay.
I'm just like, calm down. Like, look, as we have seen, you can still very well do well on YouTube. Like, people like say like, oh, oversaturated and all this stuff, and it's like, nope, you can still relatively do well on here. Like, just stop with the excuses, stop with the lame pity me moments, pick up your big girl, big boy boots, and start changing the way you're doing your
Yep,
content.
Get to it, my friends.
But y'all, look, so I think it was time for us to wrap it up though, because I feel like we have discussed a lot. Throw a little bit of shade.
There's a lot of shade, but we've been here for a hot minute. If y'all didn't get the memo, y'all should have had some tea or some cookies to watch this video.
Agreed. I'm gonna do like a little like PSA before I even start.
Get your cookies out.
But yes, y'all, like, I just want to thank you guys so much for sticking through, and again, like, courageously sitting through these long minutes just to hear me and Alana talk, because I know I get irritated by myself, so I don't even know how y'all be sitting through listening to this. So I really do appreciate it. Thank you, Alana, so much for this collaboration opportunity. Again, y'all better go subscribe. Link's gonna be in description down below, as well as socials for both me and Alana. Thank y'all for watching, and I hope to see y'all next week. All right, y'all. Bye, guys.